Looks like my summer vacation is over.
Well, I finally finished playing Kingdom Hearts 2. What did I think about the game? The one thing that I really enjoyed the most about the game was a lot of my complaints from the first game when it comes to the gameplay, mechanics and stuff, they really fixed in the second game. Like the gummy ship, you don't have to go in the gummy ship every time you want to go from world to world. You just do it once, and from that point you can just go to the world whenever you want to. I really liked how they did that. I like that they fixed a lot of the platforming, and when you go to these different worlds, you don't have to keep backtracking in the same world over and over again, and you have a clear path of where you need to go once you get on these worlds. You don't have to sit there and just wander around not knowing where you're supposed to go. They have maps now, so a lot of the what I would like to call the quality of life stuff was improved greatly from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, not to say that everything is absolutely perfect from the first game, because toward the middle of the game you do have to go back and revisit the planets and complete more story missions on the planet. And to me, I feel like that's unnecessary and unfortunate that you have to go back again and complete stuff in planets you already completed again. It feels like busy work for the sake of busy work. But other than that, a lot of the stuff that I had major complaints about after playing the first game was all fixed in this game. Now, the thing you guys really want to know is how do I feel about the game itself, the story, the characters. And again, it was a really daunting task because everybody said that this was their favorite Kingdom Hearts. So I was like, well, what am I going to expect? And not only that, I had a large group of people that said, hey, you need to play the Game Boy Advance Chain of Memories or the Rechain of Memories on the collection in order to understand the second game. And I'm here to tell you, no, you actually do not have to play those games in order to understand. You can literally jump from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 2 and you will not be lost one bit. The problem is people that play these games over the years go back and are like, oh, hey, you know what? If you play this game, it fills in a lot of the blanks. So when you start off with Roxas at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, you understand why. But the thing is, you don't have to play Chain of Memories to understand why. Because if you're patient and just play through Kingdom Hearts 2, they explain that in the game itself. You might not know as soon as you boot up the game, but like all good stories, everything is explained to you as you move forward into the game. So yes, playing the game, turning it on, I'm like, okay, Roxas, this is different. What's going on? Then you come to find out he's a nobody. What's a nobody? Well, a nobody is created when someone becomes a Heartless. When did Sora become a Heartless? He became a Heartless in Kingdom Hearts 1 when he sacrificed himself to kind of save Kari and all the princesses. From that point, he created a nobody. Kari has a nobody named Naminé. So like all this stuff is explained throughout the game as you play Kingdom Hearts 2. Yes, you might have a better understanding of what's going on at the beginning if you play Chain of Memories, but Chain of Memories is not something that is necessary for you to play in order to understand the Kingdom Hearts 2 game. If you just play the game, it is all explained to you at the end. With that said, I really enjoyed this game a lot. Much more than I did the first Kingdom Hearts game. This game got me in all types of feels, and to see the end of this game where Sora and Riku is just got done defeating the final boss of Organization 13, and they're hurt, they're beat up, and they're trapped, and Riku and Sora just walk down to the beach and they're okay, they're intent with it. It's like, you know what, we're okay, we're gonna stay here. Like, we don't have to go back. The world is safe. We saved the world. Everybody is safe. We did our job. And then they got that message in the bottle from Kairi, and she starts reading about the sky and one sky, and the music starts.
Already begun. There are many worlds, but they share the same sky. One sky, one destiny.
Light. The door to light.
it hit me in feels I didn't know I had in a very long time. It brought so much happiness and joy. It was a happy ending, and that's something that's really good to have these two characters, these three characters that we've known from the first Kingdom Hearts game and been separated since very early on in the Kingdom Hearts game. Then finally, after 2 games and about 100 hours of gameplay, these three characters reunite for the first time on that beach with Mickey, Goofy, and Donald. It was like, I can't explain the feeling. It was like, it was happy. It was joy. This journey was well spent, and I had such a great time just getting to know these characters. This game really amped up the story for me, adding Organization 13 and the Nobodies and giving it more of an original story rather than kind of lean on that Disney aspect. And that's something I want to talk about, that Disney aspect, right? I really enjoy the Disney Final Fantasy feel that they're going for. I feel though in this game, and as well as the first game, they kind of lean too heavily into the Disney stories, right? I like King Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, right? I like those characters, but I like when those characters are those characters doing original things for the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I like that Mickey is a king, and he's like basically this king of this realm, and he's King Mickey, and he's a badass, like he's like Yoda, right? I like that stuff. What I don't like is going to the Pirates of the Caribbean planet and basically just replaying the movie. Go on to Lion King and just basically replay the movie. Go to Sleeping Beauty and just replay the movie, right? I like when these characters exist in this world, but they're not doing what they did in their world. Like, they're different, right? Mickey isn't, going around helping Chip and Dale. No, Mickey is a damn king, and he's a badass. And he's helping Riku on this path, and that's what I want to see more of. Not that I don't like the Disney aspect, because it does bring an absolute charm to it, and I love those characters, but I don't want to replay their movies. I want to have original stories with these characters and actually involve the original story of the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I think the story of Kingdom Hearts is fascinating. Other than that, though, this game I found was absolutely phenomenal. Like, is it the greatest game of all time? No. Like, would I put it in my top 10 games? Probably. Would I put it in my top 10 RPGs? Probably. And that's another thing that I really enjoyed about this game. Kingdom Hearts 2 felt more like an RPG than the first game did, where the first game just kind of felt like an action hack and slash platformer with RPG elements. This felt like an action RPG. This felt like something that a Final Fantasy fan can come and play and be like, oh man, this is awesome, this is great. I can level grind and build up Sora, and I'm stronger, and I can take on Organization 13 and lay the smackdown on all of them. And that's what I enjoyed about the game, was everything that I felt was lacking in the first game was amplified in this game, and I found it really, really enjoyable. Kingdom Hearts 2 was a great time playing, and I enjoyed every second of playing it, and I know it has this hardcore fans, and now I can see why it has such hardcore fans, and I'm really looking forward to see what goes on in the rest of the series, right? I'm ready to dive back into this world first chance I get and see what's going to happen further on into this franchise and into this series, because I am enjoying myself. I am definitely down for the ride. This game and this series has heart, emotion, it has anchors to these characters, and it just makes me want to live in that world much longer. Well guys, that is my thoughts of Kingdom Hearts 2. Had a fantastic time playing the game. Definitely lives up to the hype in my book. Can't wait to jump back into the franchise, but I want to know what you guys think. Have you guys played Kingdom Hearts 2? Be sure to leave those comments in the comment box below. Tell me what are some of your favorite moments from Kingdom Hearts 2. And until next time guys, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.